Hey, you find that chunk of Superman's face that I was looking for yet, or what? I can't put his chin on his mouth if I don't find that piece. He's gonna
There's Superman's face.
Oh.
It's too tiny though, because there's like
tit.
6 faces on there, at least. Oh, you missed an edge piece.
Where?
I lost it.
See, you lost an edge piece. Now you're just as bad as me. I think you thought you saw an edge piece.
Yes, probably.
Hey.
They're so randomly all together in here.
I've been thinking. My little brain's been going around in circles and steam's been coming out the ears.
It's dangerous. Be careful.
I know. Makes me have to poo more when I think really hard. Just causes my whole body to release. It's horrible. It's a mess.
That's not
I can't do it when I'm going for a walk. It's just real bad. I come home having to hold my bum cheeks closed.
Oh dear.
I was thinking though, why do you think that that bad things happen to good people? Or more specifically, why do you think that children get sick, die? I mean, I would consider them good people because they haven't had the chance to do anything wrong yet. Not really, right? Kids, I mean, they're smart and they know stuff, but I mean, in general, compared to an adult, I mean, they don't really understand the whys of things,
Nope.
you know? And they have all this time in front of them as human beings to learn, to figure things out. It's the bliss of childhood, the ignorance of childhood, which is, I think it's an okay thing. Point is, why do you think that? Do you think there's a reason?
No, there can't be a why. Because to have a why, you have to have something more than just the random, right? Just random
Like this.
pieces falling, right?
Where they may.
People get, where otherwise there's got to be some sort of reason that they deserve that, and
Exactly.
kids don't deserve that.
No.
It's not fair. Mothers can watch their children and do everything they possibly can and fight and support and love, and there's not enough kisses in the world that can fight cancer.
No.
It's not fair. And there's no reason for it.
It's funny though, a lot of people, they try to reason that out, eh? They have to give it meaning and a reason.
I guess it makes them feel better.
It makes them feel better because a lot of people believe in a God of some sort that they generally believe is hopefully good, that cares for them. I mean, why would you follow a God that you didn't think loved you, right?
Yeah.
You didn't think was good. And I think when children get sick and die, I think that goes into direct confrontation, direct conflict with what people believe and want to believe of an almighty, unseen God. They want to believe he's good and righteous. But then children die of cancer, and we're like, okay, well, is God still righteous?
Can he
Even
stop
though that child died? Or does that mean it was a righteous thing that child died? If God is righteous and he can't, like, why did that? And people go, oh, it's a plan, don't worry, there's a plan. And I honestly just don't think there is. I just don't. Some people can take the shit of a death and they can turn it into something positive, right? Like, some kids die of something horrible, car accident, and you know, mom and dad petitioned to get that 80 road down to a 50 so that no other mothers have to deal with that. Their kid getting hit by a car that was going 80 and just pulverized them. Or some kids, you know, they pass away from cancer, and the parents start up some sort of a fund to help with cancer research or hospital bills for parents or something, you know, something like that. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying that, like, yay, it's a good thing that.
I don't think that makes that is the why. Like, that's what.
No, I'm saying I'm saying that they take that horrible, shitty thing and they turn it into something good. But that, you're right. That's not the why. Like, some people would rationalize it. Go, well, you know, so and so had to go through that suffering so that, you know, it could make these people better people and it could start this fund. And I think those are good positives that come from such a shitty ordeal, but I don't think that they're the reasoning. I don't personally think there's a reason beyond, kid dies in a car crash because fuckhead drunk driver smashes into the car and kills the family, right?
Yeah.
Sure, the reason the child died, and the reason is because a fuckhead got behind the wheel when he was drunk. But that's not a grand reason. That's not a plan, a divine plan of any kind.
No.
And people, God can use whatever, but I don't think he desires to use the death of children. I think that he's a big God if he's there, and he's capable of using many other things. He doesn't have to resort to the suffering of parents and children / eventual death to get his point across.
Why are there so many ways that can just torture people?
Like, you don't just fucking die. You die like a shitty, horrible, painful, terrible... Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Why are there so many ways?
And I don't think that that's the thing. I just think that it just is what it is. It's the luck of the draw, so to speak. The unluck of the draw. Like everyone's got a fucking gun with one bullet and they're playing roulette, Russian roulette. And maybe the cartridge has 1,000 shots in it. Right?
Yeah.
Or take the population of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And each one is a cartridge you can put like a bullet in, a chamber to put one bullet in. And most of the chambers are fucking empty.
Right.
But you get so many chambers that have a bullet that says cancer, that says Lou Gehrig's disease,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Says early onset arthritis or whatever. And I think that it's just that spun bzzz, and it just happens the way it happens. I don't think there's a reason behind it. I can't believe there's a reason behind it, because I tell you, that is, if you think too deep about that kind of stuff, that's faith destroying.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I have any faith anymore, really, anyway. That's a whole other fucking story.
It does one thing for me. It makes me hold my children tighter.
Yeah.
And it makes you realize there's...
Apparently our phones are going fucking crazy.
It makes you realize there's no guarantees in life. At all.
None.
Like, there's no...
None.
There is no tomorrow. You only have
Today.
right now.
Today.
Yeah.
What you're living today.
The joke is we think we have time, and we don't. We don't have anything.
We assume that each day is going to be exactly like the previous one.
Yep.
We assume that life and time is linear in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense of events happening. And it's not. And I've learned that a lot over the years, that life is not a linear series of events as we tend to feel they are, because we want it to change or we expect it to stay the same because we're comfortable. And I don't think that that's the case. I think that life can change.
Yeah. Just like
Turn on a dime, just like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either way, it still fucking sucks that kids can get sick, die, taken away from their fucking parents left in mourning, left with the pieces, their life like a great big fucking puzzle, except for there's a handful of fucking pieces that are gone. They're just not there.
Yeah.
The puzzle of their life will never be complete.
No.
You can get used to the fact that there's a hole in the side of your puzzle, but whenever you look at that hole, it's always going to fucking sting that it's missing, that it's empty.
Yeah.
And that's a tragedy. And yet people who do shitty things,
They get all the perks and rewards.
they can profit, they can get the perks, they're happy, so many horrible things, and they still have like these good lives. That doesn't make any fucking sense, and nor is it good, and nor is there a plan for that.
No. Nope. I don't see one.
It just sucks.